we were connected by the folks who work with Hurley. How far does the relationship with Hurley go back?
Almost a decade now. So I've been with Hurley for a long time, and yeah, it's been great. I mean, my relationship with Hurley has been pretty simple. I represent them here in New York and around the world, chasing big waves, and back home at my family business, teaching surfing, and it's pretty plug and play. There's not much, we don't really have to communicate too much. I do my thing and represent the brand, and yeah, we have a very similar, I would say between me and my family and the Hurley brand,
Mm-hmm.
we have like similar, what's the word I'm going for here?
Similar ideals and values?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So it was a very symbiotic relationship. It was a good fit. It really worked out. Before I signed with Hurley, there was other things on the table, and Hurley was definitely the company that, aligned better for me and my family and my businesses and my vibe. So it really, I'm happy that it worked out. It's working out, and I'm happy that, no matter where it ends or where it leads, or, no matter where it goes in life, there's been so much love and respect and just so much growing together. So
Yeah.
It's an incredible thing. And I've been through a lot, I know there's been a lot with Hurley, just changing of like, I've had different team managers. I've had different, there's been other things going on in every brand in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're with a company for over 10 years, there's a lot of different things going on all the time. And people wear different hats at certain times. And, there's never really been a hiccup with any of that. It's just been kind of, we're the New York guys, and we're the New York family, and we kind of take care of it over here. So.
Yeah, what you're mentioning about the family businesses, a lot of people in the surf world, it's a seasonal thing. But in the case of the Skudins, being a Long Beach person like yourself, you know that it's a year-round peak season thing for you and your businesses. There is no off season. Has it always been that way for you?
No, it definitely has not. It was definitely more of that 10-week, the deal, the power summer kind of thing. When we first started really pushing Skudin surf, almost 20 years ago, I think a little shy than 20 years ago. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then in time, it just, as the wetsuits developed, the technology, as, people started getting better at the sport, and families started recognizing surfing as a sport.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they, rather than doing after school, sports and stuff, I feel like the families, even if the parents weren't surfers, they were allowing their kids to chase their passions. And
Mm-hmm.
some of those kids got inspired in the summer, and there was a need for more year-round programs as we grew and as we kind of kept going. So yeah, it's definitely developed into a year-round thing, especially the wave pool now. That helps tremendously because it's warm. But yes, definitely in time, it's turned into more of a year-round business, just because, and also with the nonprofit Surf for All, school district is recognizing it as an actual therapy, like they do everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
So now in the fall and in the spring, the school will bring out, the autism programs to have their kids come and surf with us at Surf for All. School buses showing up during school hours. So my brother Cliff lobbied for that for like 10 years, and that just started happening 2 years ago. So that's kind of a breakthrough for New York, to be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah, as we're saying, multiple businesses related to the Skudins that you see just walking around town. And I mean that in a great way. But another wonderful thing that you and your family and your team have done is bring a World Surfing League competition here to Long Beach more than once. I don't know if you were involved with the Quicksilver one around 2012, 2011, but there was the one this past summer. Do you think we might get another international event of that sort coming here in the near future?
Yeah, during the Quicksilver, that was more Unsound's deal. They kind of helped put that together, but then when Quicksilver came in, they hired Skudin Surf to run all the water safety for the event. So that was just like a beautiful community event, you know, through the Unsound permits and stuff. And then they used the Unsound Pro as like as a trials into the main event. So that was that was really cool. After that, there's been a few WSL longboard pro events that we've helped host. There's also been the APP World Tour, which is the stand-up paddle world tour that came into town that we've helped host. And all those tours ran, I think, 2 or 3 consecutive years leading up to COVID. And then obviously COVID put a stop to all that. So do I see there being another push of events in New York? Since I've been, you know, since I've been on Earth, I've noticed now that there has been like waves of it, I would say. Like you get 2 or 3 or 4 years of the surfing world kind of coming into New York, spending money, running an event, and then you know, whether it's because of you know the COVID or financial or just popularity of the sport, or I don't know, it just seems like there's, you know, out of the 20 years I've been really operating on the beach and helping facilitate some of these events, I would say there's been like, you know, 3 waves of, you know, the New York surfing craze, like when it comes to like outside companies coming into town.
Right.
So I think we're kind of been through like a down wave in the last few years as far as events go because of COVID. So I feel like there are companies out there that have been, and you know, we've been hearing some stuff, but as of right this second, I don't think there's anything big planned, but I know there has been some calls and some emails floating around. And I think it might start up as a smaller event coming into 2023, but as like a trial, and then it could hopefully we're coming into another wave of events here in New York, hopefully.
Hope all that happens in the near future. We'll have to wait and see. But the last question I have before I let you go, because you're going to Ireland really soon, the last question I have is Long Beach. What's your favorite thing about this city? What is it that keeps you here besides the fact the family and the businesses are here? Because let's face it, a lot of people can work virtually and there's other places to surf. There's other places with great restaurants. But what is it about Long Beach for you that says this is where Will lives?
I mean, for me, I just feel, you know, this is home. So I mean, the simple answer to that is, you know, this is where I was born and raised, and my blood, sweat, and tears are in that sand. So when I'm here, it's just there's just no better sunset in the world, you know. And then just getting to like be a part of Long Beach. I think Long Beach separates itself from a lot of other communities in the world by people really hold on to friendships here, unlike other places I've ever been to. People are really loyal to each other more than places I've been to, and there's you know, people really celebrate each other's victories here. And I feel like this day and age in the world that we're living in, there's not a lot of that anymore. And I think that's something that I've noticed about Long Beach that I don't really see much in other towns around the world or even around New York, is just how many people really celebrate when others are doing well. And yeah, I think it's a kind of a fading thing a little bit. And yeah, to me, that's kind of the magic of Long Beach.
Well said. Well, congratulations on the ongoing Hurley partnership, your upcoming competition in the WSL event, and really hope to see those events that you're talking about happening with Skudin Surf and so forth. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. I'll see you on the boardwalk.
Paltrocast.